Hi everyone, me and Nova are gonna read you a really cool Passover story. Alright, are you guys ready? Nova, are you ready? Alrighty. If you give a frog a piece of matzah, let's see what happens. I've never given a frog a piece of matzah. Have you, Jake? No? Have you, Miss Megan? No, okay, I didn't think so. If you give a frog a piece of matzah, he will want to know the story behind it. You will tell him that long, long ago, the Jews were slaves in Egypt. He will listen with both of his frog's ears. He will want to know if the Jews were freed. You will tell him yes, but it is not the end of the story. He will ask for more matzah, as frogs do. If you give a frog more matzah, he will listen to more of the story. You will tell him that he is one of the plagues. This will make him sad. You will apologize to the frog. But first, he'll need some more matzah. He really likes the matzah. If you give a frog more matzah, he will want to hear about his plague. You will tell him about the frogs who covered Egypt. He will puff up his frog chest in pride. But you will tell him that his plague was not the first. The frog will want to be first because a lot of times frogs do want to be first. You will tell him that you can't change the story. You will tell him that the Almighty sent 10 plagues against Egypt. In the first, the waters of Egypt turned to blood. Ugh. This will remind him of grape juice. Apparently the frog likes grape juice too. If you give a frog some grape juice, he'll ask about the other plagues. You will tell him of the lice that jumped all over the Egyptians. It was itchy and ugh. He will get hungry. He will want you to get him some lice to eat because frogs like to eat lice. You will tell him that the frog can't eat the plagues. That's so silly. He will get mad, but you'll give him more grape juice. If you give a frog more grape juice, he will listen to the fourth plague. You will tell him of the wild animals that bit the Egyptians. He will get scared. He will want to sit close to you for the next plague. You will tell him of the animals disappearing. He is an animal. You will tell him that he is not from Egypt, so he doesn't have to disappear. This will make him feel so much better, but he will need more matzah. If you give a frog more matzah, he will ask about the sixth plague. You will tell him about the boils that covered the Egyptians. He has some boils. You will tell him that he has warts and not boils, and it's normal for a frog. This will make him sad again, so you will rush to tell him the next plague. You will tell him of the hail and fire that crashed from the sky. He will run and hide under your plate. He will want you to pass him more matzah. If you pass a frog more matzah, he will want to hear the next plague. You will tell him this one was a hard one. His plate will hop forward in excitement. You will tell him all the swarms of locusts that ate all the Egyptians' food. He will worry that someone will eat his food. You will remind him that this was a long, long time ago. If you give a frog more matzah, you will be able to move on. You will tell him that a great darkness covered the land of Egypt. He will tell you that it's getting dark outside. You will remind him that he's under a plate. He will come out only if you will tell him the last plague and give him a little more matzah. If you give a worried frog more matzah, you can finish telling him about the plagues. You will tell him about the most frightening plague of them all. You will tell him about God sending his angel. You will tell him not to worry, because he's just a frog. You will tell him that the Almighty saved the Jews from this terrible fate. He will want to be Jewish, and you will be happy because you already are. The end. I think the frog liked the matzah. Wonder if you guys like matzah too. All right, have a good day.